hide it under my bangs. It's so cool.
Get redacted tattooed over it.
Nice.
Who's open right now?
I was trying to hide everything else. Look at that. It's like showing my underwear, really, isn't it?
Get redacted.
Oh, it's better to show your underwear than.
Hang on, are we live?
We are now.
What if it's
Son of a
dirty
bitch.
underwear that's been sharded?
Hello, everybody. How are ya?
Hope everybody's
It's been a
having
little while.
a great day.
Hi, everybody. This is gonna be mostly just a catch-up
Ew.
episode. We haven't done
We have
done a
a-
show since January.
I like
Yeah.
mustard.
Sean, we have a guest in.
it, Sean.
We have a guest in the studio that Melissa may or may not know.
I pretend like I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
We have a shark-tastic show for you today.
Came here for the beer.
Yeah, we
brought the
certainly have
beer,
a lot of
so-
Oh
that.
yeah, I brought it. That's
Good
right.
Lord, we got a lot of that. Anyway, how is everybody? It's been a while since we've actually seen each
I
other.
know.
Melissa's been busy. I know you guys did. You guys, Two Minute Cage did Pensacon.
Yes, it was
Which I-
fantastic.
A
Very
con.
jealous. They just, how was that? How did that go?
The first day was great. We're hanging out in the lobby, waiting for stuff to go on.
And if y'all didn't know, Sean is actually the bass player for 2 Minute Cage.
That's what they
Yes.
say.
He is. It's
So we're hanging out
rumored.
in the
Oh
lobby.
wait.
If
oh
you
yeah.
believe-
Is that
if
real?
you-
I don't know if that's
Wait,
true.
If you
I don't
believe them,
Yeah.
Believe
Yeah.
the
believe
Illuminati.
them, that's who he is.
Well, I know Melissa is has a twin sister.
Yeah.
Mostly it's
Yes.
lies.
Yeah.
It's mostly lies.
Mostly.
Mostly.
She's pretty wretched,
Mostly.
but
Yes.
you know.
It's rumored.
So we're hanging out in the lobby, which is by the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and comes driving by. It's Mini-Me on his
What?
little scooter,
Are you
Mini-Me?
serious?
making a beeline for the bar.
What?
I'm like, it's gonna be a great
Nice.
weekend.
That's awesome.
Like
Did you
actual
get to
mini-me?
meet? Did
Yes.
you? Did you get to
Yeah.
meet
That's
him?
awesome.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, he doesn't. He's in drinking mode. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother him.
You said
know?
you bang him?
Drinking
No,
mode.
like
Oh, no, never mind.
Plus, it's a convention. Usually, that sort of thing, you got to go to their booth and pay them money. So if you approach them, they
it's
don't.
it's
they
kind of a
kinda-
weird vibe.
They kind of can't do that because
Sure.
it's free. So
I
you
confess,
know.
I've never been that celebrity guy myself, too.
Yeah,
Like, if
no,
I see
no,
a
no,
celebrity, it's like, I don't want to go up and bother them.
It's
Who
cool.
knows
Right.
what's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
I usually
I'm
stay
kind
away.
of the same way.
I just thought it was neat to see the little guy scooting around, driving by,
Cute little fella.
having to get his little drink.
cute little fella.
Cute
He's
little
so
fella.
cute.
Get it because he's short.
Right.
No, it was really a
Sure.
fantastic weekend. We got a really good reception, and it was very flattering being asked to do something of that magnitude.
Y'all have been
And
killing it
particularly at
lately.
our young age for this band, and it made me feel really, really good.
That's true. But we were podcasting before. We were podcasting before 2 Minute Cage even started.
Yes,
You guys have been what, 2 years roughly?
it's right
2
about
years.
2 years.
The new lineup is about to hit its 1 year anniversary
Yep.
at Time Fest.
Yep.
Wait, serious? It's been 1 year for the new lineup already.
1 year for the new lineup.
We're playing Time Fest in June, and that'll be the 1 year anniversary with the new lineup.
Yeah.
Time Fest is where?
Nice.
Where's Time
This
I
Fest?
think
year?
this year it's going to be at at a new location yet to be announced. I think it's going to be at a ballroom. It's going to be a 1-day event.
Yeah, it's a local event though.
Yes.
It's not
So it's
as in
about-
like to the New Orleans area.
It
You're not-
started out
It's a
as
Doctor
the
Doctor Who convention.
it started out as a Doctor Who convention, but they've expanded it to now be all sorts of time travel related fandom.
I got you.
So
Nice.
And I imagine COG is related in this somehow. right?
Yes.
Of course they are.
yes, Dr. Pinkerton is instrumental to Time Fest.
Yeah, he heads it up.
Yeah, Dr. Pinkerton and another gentleman from Crew to Who.
I got you. I actually heard Dr. Pinkerton do an interview on the Scoop podcast not that long ago. He's an interesting fella.
Yes, he is.
Very
Let's take over the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
World! He's
I mean,
been
he is-
he's been trying for years and he hasn't succeeded yet. I don't know. He needs to refine his methods at
But
this
you know
point.
what? The 2 Minute Cage has not decided our allegiance with Dr. Pinkerton yet. We haven't decided if we're with him or against him yet.
Oh.
Right now, it's like it's kind of
Are
like
y'all fence?
we're like Canada
riders
right now.
Yeah.
Generally, you want to be against because
Well, right, it's true. But if you look at the Illuminati and the Luciferian sun worshippers, things
Yeah.
like that, the alien overlords. If you look at all those groups, yes.
Wait, where do we just go? How do we get here?
I'm just saying,
It always
like
ends up there.
maybe
it's a pretty quick detour, but
Wait,
it's relevant.
What about
maybe
the alien
Doctor
overlords?
You
maybe
start talking about
Doctor
2 Minute Cage is going to end up there.
maybe
Yep.
Dr. Pinkerton may be better than all these organizations.
Are you voting for Pinkerton?
Yes.
we
Either
did vote for Pinkerton.
either
yes.
that or he's undermining them in some sort of effort.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know?
Yes.
I haven't been
Yeah.
watching too much news lately, but I think Pinkerton won. I think. I've been watching some of the news clips.
I know this election's been going on for years, so I'm not sure
Right.
when the date is actually happening.
Good point.
Yeah.
And the fact that there may even be an election is still up in the air. True. You know,
Right.
so I mean,
But
it's-
they're ready for it in case it ever happens.
correct.
Right.
Correct.
Aren't dictators just kind of like they assume power? They just kind of walk in.
Well, it's kind of what's happening.
Well, I think that's
Ah.
Dr. Pinkerton has assumed
I
he's
don't
in
think you
power.
elect a dictator, really.
Are we
Or
still
else it
talking
wouldn't be
about
called a
Pinkerton?
dictator.
I think this kind of went somewhere else.
Who knows?
So y'all are, so Cog will be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we've got another band, TBA, but it's going to be So Far
I've
Consortium
heard
of
of them.
Genius, and yes,
TBA, they get a lot of work.
They
Tomb of
do.
Nick
Yeah.
They
Cage,
get around.
and then maybe
All over the
a
place.
few other time-related bands to be announced.
Ooh. Like the Blues Travelers?
Could be, you never know.
Except they call them the Time Travelers that day?
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Or oregano.
So it's going to be
Oregano.
very exciting. It's going to be in June, so everybody look up Time Fest NOLA.
Time Fest Nola.
Paprika.
Soon
Live
to
at
follow
Time.
Oregano Fest.
Ooh.
It's going to be herby.
It's parsley, sage, rosemary, and Time Fest.
Why you gotta forget about paprika?
Also known as Funkelfest.
Funkle Fest.
Funkle. Gotta have that Funkle Fest.
Going to Funkelfest.
That'd be a shark-tastic time.
You might want to explain the shart thing.
No,
That was all
explain.
off.
No.
No, we're just gonna let that sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or
It is
smu-
sitting and
It is.
festering
It
as
is
we
sitting.
speak.
It's shitting.
It's also smushing
Y'all
And-
are gross.
and accumulating.
Ew. Ew. It
What were we
smells.
talking about?
I have no idea. It's
So
not-
Time Fest.
Funkelfest.
Yeah.
Oh, but back to before we went into that diversion of the diversion of the diversion. We were at Pensacon.
Yes.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Wow, like 4 conversations ago, we started at
Yeah.
Pensacon.
That's where it started.
That's where. Oh, so yes. So day 2, day 1, we got mini, but we got as far as mini me.
Mini-me.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
That's
so-
so mini-me.
So day one, we get there, and the whole town
We're
changes. It changes 4 times. There's 45,000 people that attend Pensacon.
Right.
It's a huge convention.
How big was the concert hall?
It's
It
not
was
a
at the
concert
Vinyl.
hall.
No,
It's, where we played?
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
it's a satellite venue. It's called the Vinyl Music Hall in Pensacola, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
I've never
about-
really been treated more professionally
about-
than I've been treated there.
It's
Really?
It's
Yeah.
about the size and equivalence of like say House of Blues.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's on that level.
So it'll seat a few hundred people.
yeah. Oh,
About
absolutely.
1,000. Yeah.
Alright.
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's fantastic.
Was it packed?
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah,
looked like it was. I saw some of the pictures. Y'all looked
Yeah.
like it was.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like nobody left and nobody booed us and everybody
Nobody
liked
left.
it. You know, but I find
Always a
it.
plus.
I mean, I don't know if other
Boo.
performers feel this way, but I find it easier to play with to a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
than
Absolutely.
I find on a big stage than I find to play to 30 people when you're eye level with them.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know where to look. I see everybody. I see everything. I see every expression.
The energy.
And when you play with a big event, it's kind of like it's like more of like a mass of people.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, the energy is totally different. Chris and I's short career in Nebulous, we didn't get to experience this too much. But we had a couple of gigs where we had a couple of hundred people there, and the vibe when you're playing that, it just makes you that much better.
Yeah.
You want to be better because there are more people. Whereas if you're playing for, God knows we've all had the gigs where you played for 2 or 10 people, where it's like the
20.
bartender.
Well,
and
there's
maybe
less
the-
people staring at you, and you can't like look at somebody and be all like, and realize they're thinking, "Get me out of here."
Yeah.
And I'm going to go on and interject this, and it's no reflection on Twist of Line, but the only time we've gotten a bad reaction was at Twist. So we're going to come back.
Well,
And-
that was a crazy show.
Yeah, it was a
That
crazy
was
show. There's a lot going
It
on.
was a surprise show.
And there was like certain people in the audience that
Oh,
were not
yeah.
receptive to anything that doesn't sound like everything else that goes on over there.
it was a surprise show.
So we went in there and weirded them out, and it's had like shock waves that have gone on for a year
Plus,
now.
Three,
So we're gonna go back, and it's our club now, and we're fucking taking over. So
Absolutely.
3/4 of the band at that time may have played earlier that night and gotten,
May
a,
have
little, gotten a
imbibed.
little drunk.
Well, all
So
the
by the
bad.
time the surprise show happened, it was like, surprise, we're drunk.
Well,
Yeah.
also, yeah, Tonk doesn't have all the chugga chuggas and that, like.
we have some.
Well,
Okay, fine.
well, the good part is all the bad juju is now. I mean, we've smudged the place now, and it is clean.
Yes, they have used smudge sticks.
To get
and-
that negative energy out.
Really?
Oh, is that like where they spray it and you can see all the stains?
I think
Kind of.
I think the smudge sticks excise themselves.
I was saying, he beat me too.
True.
I
The
heard
smudge
they
station
just
were like,
left.
we can't go back.
I heard
there.
I went in the other week and I was like, this house is clean.
It's clean. It feels good.
This house is clear.
This house is clean. So anyway, we're gonna go back and we're gonna freaking kill it.
I'm going to be at that show.
Cool.
Ben may not
I think
be
I'm
at
gonna
that
be
show.
there.
I'm going to be there.
Vince-
You think you're going to be there?
Might be there.
I tell you what, if you don't go, I'll totally go up and play your bass.
There you go.
Yep, I'll just wing it.
I'll
I'll just
actually,
wing
you hired, Sean. You hired.
It'll be fun.
So Pensacon went out. You had a good crowd.
Yeah,
Great
it was
production.
great. It was really good.
Any other cool thoughts, notes? Like,
The sound man there, the guy, what was he doing? He was doing the thing to test the sound waves of the room. that he's setting up.
RTA.
Yeah. Never
Yeah.
seen that before. Like,
really?
Like,
Oh well, you got to get there early to hear all that.
right,
yeah.
right, right.
Right, and it's like everybody was extremely receptive to it, and it was like it was just really, really warm.
They should have
And the-
barricades.
And
What?
Barricades.
No shit.
That was cool seeing barricades. Like, yes, there are barricades.
They can't touch us.
That was I loved it.
but so it was a
So
little.
see, they can still touch them. They just have to go over an obstacle in order to
well,
do so.
and you know, and that was weird for me because part of my shtick is that I have a wireless mic and I love being in the crowd because I think that there shouldn't be a separation between audience and band.
Now you had to jump over the barricades.
I
No,
did
we
have
should go
to
around.
go downstairs and go around the
Oh,
barricades.
that's
No,
like a
they were
whole-
the kind you're not
And it was
jumping
cool
over these
because I was like
things.
high-fiving people, but I got out in the crowd. It was really weird because it's like generally when I'm in like a small club, like everybody either wants to jump on stage with me or they want to sing with me really bad. But it's like I think like we were so intimidating that night and we were so on fire that I went in the back and it was like a parting of the sea. Like everybody's like, I don't want to sing with you. Like, so I had to
Are you
go to
serious?
people that I already knew, you know, because people were like, oh, I can't possibly. And I was like, yes, you can. So that was really cool that I went down there and like, you know, it was just really cool because you could just see that like people were on board with us and you could just look in their eyes and say, hey, this is fucking cool. Thank you guys. So that was like a really cool reaction. So I feel more and more love all the time. And like crazy things happen to us. Like we recently got terrestrial radio play in Tempe, Arizona.
Really?
Of all
Wow.
places, yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's like it's really cool when you see these little things going on all over. Like we got some podcast play in Germany. So it's like this really cool thing when you see these little bitty things happening all over the place and you feel that crackle, and I hope it continues.
Yeah, I've seen Two Minute Cage at least 3 times, possibly more, and it's been a great time every. I was even at the show that you guys said didn't go all the well. I enjoyed myself.
Thank
Other
you.
people clearly didn't. I
Well,
did.
our current drummer was at that show.
Yeah.
And when we approached him, we were like, hey, come. He's like, oh, yeah, I saw you at Twist. And we're like, oh, no.
Right, it's the only bad show we've ever had.
no.
We've had one bad show, and our current drummer was actually at that show, and he's like, but he had seen us at some other horror punk shows, so he was like, this
And
is what
he's-
I like.
He is badass.
He's totally
Great.
badass,
Totally
dude,
badass.
and he gets it.
Yeah.
Like everybody that's on our ship right now or on our bus gets it, you know. So
I
that's
don't
really
get it.
nice too.
They're all insane.
That's okay.
You're not on the bus.
They're all insane for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's why it works.
Yeah, exactly. Like we pick people that, that like maybe aren't wired like normal people, and I love that the most about our band is everybody is like wired a little off, you know. Everybody like we all believe all the conspiracy theories to a degree too, so it's like really cool that it's like we're in a conspiracy theory band and we don't believe it 100%, but in varying degrees
Some of us
we
do.
we think okay, so we have one member of our band who's very
Some of-
dear to me.
Some of us do.
But he believes it 100%, and the rest of us are in varying degrees down to kind of like not really believing these conspiracy theories.
Some
But
details, yeah.
but we all definitely to an extent like bank on what we're saying. It's like to an extent we're like, okay, we're pushing a little past the barriers or the borders.
Well, of course,
what
you're
we
trying
believe.
to entertain, of course.
Yeah,
So, I
we're
mean,
trying to
there's gotta be a degree
entertain,
of
but
that.
but at the heart of it, we think a lot of this is like
Could-
really
could
freaking
we-
possible.
Could we get into some of the conspiracy theories?
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
I have
You know what?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Ben
so,
has a question.
So, while we're on the conspiracy theory train, I've
We're
noticed.
about to board it. Yes.
Or sure. Okay.
Cuckoo.
Yeah. Flat Earth, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you beat me
Lord.
to it.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
wait,
stop,
wait, wait,
Stop!
wait,
Stop!
wait.
No, I'm serious.
Oh,
I'm being
shit.
very serious. I'm being serious.
Oh my
The-
god.
You beat
Okay,
me to it.
so I've noticed that they have some people who are like very, very certain of this.
Yes.
Is this trolling?
Okay, I think it started out that way.
Okay.
But here's my thing about flat Earth. Global warming, whether you agree it's man-made or natural, what the fuck ever,
Sure.
it's real.
It's real. It's happening. Right.
Global warming. Okay, so global warming is real. So assuming flat Earth's real, flat Earth involves an ice wall.
Correct.
Global warming will melt that ice wall.
But it's
in
so
which case,
vast.
in which case, it doesn't fucking matter.
It's so vast.
We're gonna flood when global
I'd
warming
say what happens
melts the ice
no,
wall.
Actually, we wouldn't flood if you think if
Wait,
the
wait,
ice
wait,
wall is
wait.
holding everything in.
Wait,
wouldn't
So
it
what
just
you're saying is
overflow?
that-
exactly that's where
It
I'm
would
going.
go over.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
All that water is going to tip over the edge. So at that point, it doesn't really matter either way.
So first we're gonna flood, but then it's all gonna drain, and we're gonna like you
Right,
know.
whoever's left,
Okay. It's
because
just
all
go-
the water drained off the edge.
Sure,
of
it's-
the flat edge.
Out of all the episodes we ever did as a podcast, including the ones that are no longer available, like the 150 some odd, we never got the amount of comments on YouTube that we got
Correct.
when we did an episode on flat
It's
Earth.
a hot
That's
topic-
one-
it's a
that was
hot
just one of
topic
the-
these days.
That
I
was just
don't
one of the questions I
understand it.
had because like I can't the fervor with which it is approached.
Yes.
I'm like, I've only seen that level of fervor when it's a high level trolling.
Right, and I'm gonna go on and tell you guys, and I think I've reiterated this before on this show, but for people that haven't heard, the reason why the moniker chemtrails came about is because I got threatened by a flat earther. There is nobody more
Nothing
intense.
more flattering.
And look, we have one member of our band, which I'm not going to mention, that does believe in flat Earth.
Like
Oh, boy.
like for real. It's not like a
well, he believes in the possibility.
Yes.
Okay.
He's just
Anything's
like,
possible,
well, his thing is
but-
like, I just don't. Why you need to at least explore the possibility.
so
Right.
he's a flat Earth agnostic.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
Yes,
that
he's a
makes
flat Earth
sense. There we
agnostic.
go.
So,
I don't know about that
because
All
we
right.
don't discredit anything, but we
Sure.
give everything a chance.
Okay.
And but I tell you what, I am in Anunnaki groups. I am in.
Ooh,
Oh,
You
geez,
know,
Anunnaki, you go deep.
Anunnaki,
Yeah,
we go deep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anunnaki.
Oh, yeah.
I am
Some of
into
my
like
favorite.
I belong to lizard overlord
yeah.
group.
Like, you
Oh,
do the
absolutely.
reptilian stuff too?
Reptilian, absolutely.
No,
all
I
of it.
actually no.
God.
I believe in reptilians. I think this is a real thing.
Well, I mean, look
You
at
are
Justin
reptilian.
There's a good possibility that may be
There's
true.
a tail
Well,
somewhere
Justin
in there. that
Bieber-
we're
Ben
not
just
seeing.
got exposed.
Bieber. Justin Bieber's totally a reptilian, dude.
I exposed
But I mean, okay,
myself, sir.
So look at some of the people in government right now. I'm not going to mention names,
Mhm.
but look at some of the
too.
people and tell
Oh,
me that
Jesus.
their bodies look like human bodies.
Ted Cruz has one of the most ill-fitting human suits I've ever seen.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
need
look
to
at okay.
You need to get that zipper.
Exactly. Like
you
he has
know.
to get it like retailored.
I don't
'cause
think
it-
anybody out there right now can look at Steve Bannon
Oh no, no.
and say
That dude's suit is melting
Wait.
due to the non-existent global warming.
Wasn't he the floating guy in Dune?
Yeah, absolutely.
See what I'm saying? There's people out there that like their bodies. And look, I wouldn't look around this room and say that any of us are the picture of health. But you know, like you look at people like that and you're like, lizard person.
Yes.
So how does the new 2-minute cage feel about JFK assassination?
Oh, there's definitely something to that. We don't know what. I mean, there's
there
definitely
any- is there
something
any
to
magic
that.
bullets in there? Is
No,
there-
it depends on who
Not
you
a single
ask.
shooter.
It depends on who
Okay.
you ask.
And
May I interject?
Yes.
It
No.
oh.
Thank
It-
you, Nick. Thank you. You saved us.
I just want to say something mean.
It
Sorry.
was no. It was definitely Kevin Costner. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Now, can we talk? You have to be careful talking about Kevin Costner because Sean over here is a huge Kevin Costner fan.
That's fine. I love Kevin Costner.
He watches Waterworld at least 3 times.
I
a
think
week.
you
Sean
not?
and I may be the only
How
Waterworld
can you
fans.
not watch Waterworld? It's amazing.
It's a wonderful
I-
film.
It's
My
absolutely amazing.
It's definitely-
my sister-in-law is a huge Waterworld fan.
Another one? There's 3 of us?
I only like it because it reminds me of like Mad Max, but in the water.
You're right. Well, that was definitely Dennis Hopper's finest work.
and it's the girl from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So when
Girl
the
with
ice
tattoo.
wall
Yeah.
melts to flat Earth, it's gonna be Waterworld, and then Kevin Costner is gonna be the only person left alive because he's got kills.
Hold on, Sean. Does this tie in? Is Waterworld what happens when
The flat
when-
earthers?
When the
Exactly.
when,
Ooh.
okay.
Well, no, because it's all gonna flow over the edge.
Well, right, but that was before.
But
like
it's
the-
got to
but
get
that- but
above
that
the
was-
land in
that
order
was-
to flow over
Right.
the
That's
edge
before
of
the
ice.
the
Do we
outermost
have a height?
wall.
Do we have a height
Yeah, does
on
it
that
have a
ice
lip?
wall?
That's a good question.
Does it
we
have a
have
lip?
that?
Does
That's
the
a good
Earth have a
question.
lip?
According to the literature, you cannot see the top.
Apparently, some guy went to the ice wall and he was warned, "Don't go to the ice wall; you'll never come back." And he went there and he never came back. That's what I.
Ah,
The end of the
So,
story.
Obviously, that's proof.
proof. Absolutely.
That's
But
good
you
enough
know-
for me, really. I
yeah,
guess.
that's all you need.
But you know the Illuminati turns you back anyway. They shoot you if you
Yes.
don't if you try to scale.
Oh,
the
is
ice
that how
wall.
it works? They
Yeah.
have snipers all on the light
Yes.
wall.
Well, no, you can
The
only
ice
get
wall.
you can climb up to the top, but you can only get so far before they say, "Hey, you better leave." And then if you say no, they just shoot you, and then you're never heard from again.
Okay, I've seen a lot of 80s action films and Dolph Lundgren films and all that.
Me too.
You need one of those white ice suits, right? Is that what?
Yeah.
Is that
Like in Spies Like Us.
Right. So like,
Oh, those are great.
so you
Doctor?
get like the pick or whatever, like tick, 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 you can go all the way up the wall, and they'll never see you because you're wearing white, right?
Heat signature. Duh.
Well, okay, but
You're
they
gonna
don't.
give off a heat signature.
Predator vision, bro.
But do they have
Duh.
that level of technology that far
Of
out?
course.
In the, okay.
They're the Luciferian sun worshippers.
can
They have
see-
all
They
that.
can see us now. What are you talking about?
Well, of course they can. We're like we're in like a
Drones.
you know
they have stormtrooper drones out there. Hoth.
I
like,
mean,
you
now
know.
what about other things like the economic governance related conspiracy theories or New World Order?
Oh, the
Oh,
NWO,
shit.
of
Yes.
course.
yeah. I have some ideas on that.
All right, let's hear them.
The NWO has been anti-NWO for so long that they are now NWO.
Oh,
So they're
shit.
hipster NWO.
Correct.
They all have like big
Wow.
thick glasses.
So they're
and
also
scene
because the
haircuts.
entire time they're saying they're the NWO, but
Right.
now that they're here,
See, it was cool when Grandpa Jurgensen was talking about it 25 years ago,
mm-hmm.
but now it's not cool.
The goth daddy, Grandpa Jurgensen from Ministry, has been singing about the New World Order
Like
forever.
Satan.
That's a really good song, by the way.
Yeah.
And
Really
what do you
enjoy it.
guys feel about HARP?
Oh, totally a
They
thing.
were a great band that disbanded. They don't exist
It's a
anymore.
pretty
but they were a
difficult
great
instrument.
Are we
if you
talking about
line it up
harp
and you
or
strip
heart?
the-
Heart.
Harp.
Also,
Shart. Okay, so I totally.
See,
I think that that's a fascinating thing, and it's like parts of me think that like that would be cool if like you could weather manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would like really makes like an evil like shadow government evil, right? Like
Mhm.
if they could just go in and say, "Fuck New Orleans," you know?
well, I think it already happened.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
it
think it happened
did.
once or twice.
Yeah, but I mean that would make literally like then you could say, okay, well it really is an evil overlord situation at that point if you could control weather. Like that's like some James Bond
Well,
shit.
so you're gonna
Yeah.
control weather and then not put like wind turbines up so that you can create free electricity?
It's a good idea.
Well, yeah, you would think but you can't capitalize on free.
No, you can't.
Duh.
It's impossible.
Right, exactly. So they would never want to do that. Everything has to be monetary.
You can't
Everything
cap-
has to turn a profit.
And what about another conspiracy theory about water fluoridation?
Nah.
You're going all the serious one. I actually heard one that's a little bit less sinister in nature.
They actually
maybe?
put fluoride in the water, though. It's not like a theory.
So
It's-
it's fluoride mentally changes you slightly, and it also fluoridating,
Mhm.
fluoridating
Florida.
can actually become part of mind control.
Okay.
Okay, and also Prince believed that chemtrails were actually causing urban strife and violence.
Possible.
Before he died, he talked about it on several shows.
Okay.
That
Is that why he died? Do you think he was?
Maybe he
do you
knew
think
too much.
Do you think he was silenced?
It's possible.
Okay.
Because
Jesus
he did
Christ.
believe that chemtrails were like sprayed into the air to cause overly violent
Well,
reactions in people.
Generally, I believe Prince, so I'm going to go with this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are weird.
Yeah, thank
But I mean,
generally-
how do you know it's not true? Okay, so
Yeah, Nick, disprove it.
Disprove. I like how it's all me to disprove it.
Wait. I think there's actual video of Prince.
There is.
Of him dying in his elevator, like
Mhm.
from an overdose. So I don't
there's
know.
not actual video of that.
Yeah, but that was the fluoride.
That was
Oh,
fluoride.
right.
No, the
Okay.
one, but the one like less sinister. If I could like break the chain here.
Buzzkill.
No, I know, I'm totally a buzzkill. The one because this is something I discovered. Well, there's two actually. We'll start with one. The first one is the Berenstain Bears conspiracy.
Oh, yes.
Have y'all heard
Oh,
this one?
shit.
Mandela
Is this a
effect.
thing?
Huh?
That's
This
not
is
a-
a thing.
boy.
This
That's
is-
not a real thing.
Yes,
Here, hold
it's
on.
the Mandela
Okay,
effect.
Oh,
so
boy.
here's what I don't understand. Okay, so everybody remembers, and I swear to God, like I read the Berenstain Bears.
I
as a
love the
kid.
Berenstain Bears.
I had I had a whole bunch of books. My kids read their books now.
Cartoons, great
If
cartoons.
you would have asked me before I bought or received new Berenstain Bears books to read to my kids how Berenstain was spelled, the last few letters, I would have said Stein.
I would have said that too.
You're wrong.
whole bunch-
Honestly, I would have said that too.
And a lot of people are saying, well, if you look at a book now, and I'll go ahead and see if I can pull up a.
I wanna see where this is
Yeah,
going.
a lot of people are saying we have.
By the way,
we have-
the
we have flipped-
conspiracy theory that they're discussing right now, for anybody not in the know, is called the Mandela effect. And what it is you have it's group memories of millions of people that remember the past a certain way, but in the current future, it is not that way at
So
all.
the theory is that the dimensions have slipped somehow. Which, if you're into that sort of thing, I highly suggest
Mhm.
going on Amazon and watching a show called Man in the High Castle.
Yes.
If you're into that, that totally explores that theory. In
There
a
was
way.
there was a popular one going around. What was it? Where everybody shared a collective memory of something that never happened.
The
There was that,
the black guy in that movie with the
Shazam-
genie.
Sinbad.
Shaq.
Sinbad.
Oh,
in-
Sinbad.
yeah.
Sinbad in the movie where he was supposedly a
Shazam.
genie.
Shazam. The
Right.
Shazam conspiracy.
Shazam never happened.
It never fucking happened.
but everybody has a collective memory of going to the movies and seeing that
Except
movie.
for Shaq.
Now, Sean brought up the fact that it might be a time stream slip, which all of the physicists will agree that time streams and different time threads are possible.
Correct.
So mathematicians will all tell you that it's possible.
Yeah.
The other
Now-
theory is that time and memory has been manipulated somehow by a shadow government
But here's-
or an
like I said,
Illuminati.
Right,
Here's
see,
a-
see,
Here's
I-
my thought on this.
See,
So
I don't remember that.
the Berenstain Bears. Okay.
I swear to God, like
What- wait.
this is
Listen.
just for our YouTube audience and for the audio only listeners. I need to reiterate what we were talking about is the Berenstain Bears.
I don't
Stain
remember
is the
that
main
at
thing.
all. I know.
I do not remember it as the Stain Bears. I remember it as the Stein Bears.
I remember.
S-T-I-N.
So,
Yeah,
but
that's how I remember
but-
too,
But
is
what
Stein.
what I've come to notice here, and you ever read a book really fast, and you see
Yeah.
like reveal or something along that nature, and you're just kind of speed reading along, and you thought that word was one thing, but then you go back and like, oh no, it's completely.
You know
different.
what? Okay.
It's got similar letters. I would see that, and I could see Berenstain Bears.
Okay, hold on.
But here's
so
the,
But Stain and Steen are very
So-
similar.
All right, but
and
here's the
if
problem.
I have several books from when I was a child
Did
in the
you-
early '80s,
Did you?
and I have them at home.
Are they
Are they
No.
AIN?
AIN?
No, but
I don't know. I need to go look now.
But here's the thing, they change.
They changed
The theory is that
because
they change because similar to like Back to the Future when he's
So
looking
there
at
was
the
like a-
photo,
there was like a quantum
and the photo
shift?
changed.
Okay.
So if we all slip the stream and flip over to a different time
Okay.
stream, then
Yeah,
the-
a lot of people are arguing
the
that this is a
physical
glitch in the
object will
Matrix.
change.
so this
too.
is kind of
Yeah.
like a quantum issue. So like theoretically,
I'm
if
gonna go with
if you
reading
push on a
mistake.
wall long enough, eventually you could theoretically go through it.
also, there's
That just happened with Berenstain
There's also
Bears.
several biblical examples too of things that you remember from church, things like that,
Right.
that don't exist.
Okay.
Like so you've read these
Like-
things or heard these things your whole life, and then you go in and you look actually at the text, and it's not that way anymore.
Okay.
But a lot of people think it's more sinister. A lot of people think that it's the
it's
government.
being omitted.
It's the government changing things.
Okay.
Or like I said, not the government, but say like a shadow government.
maybe pre-World War II it was Stein, and then
Okay.
post-World War II it's Stain.
Okay, but it's more than the stain. It's more than the stain because a lot of people.
Stain's pretty sinister too, though, because that like, that implies something like no one likes a stain, you know.
it's like shards.
But a lot of the thing is, a lot of people remember it's being spelled Berin because it's bears.
Wait.
Right.
So is it Frankenstein or Frankenstein?
Right,
Frankenstein.
Technically, it's Franken's.
Frau Brucha.
Maybe that's where it all started.
It's Frankenstein.
Do we know
Yeah,
how
because
that? Do we know the original spelling of that? Was it Frankenstein? Or
Christ.
See, the monster or the
Frankenstein?
creator.
Look at
Yeah.
fucking Chapatulas. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Or look at what we say is
You need to explain that.
Bonnabelle Street or
Right.
Bonnable. It's not spelled Bonnable. It's spelled,
No.
spelled Bonnabelle.
Well, is it
So-
Calliope or Calliope?
Calliope, technically.
So wait,
Terpsichore,
if
Or is it Calliope?
yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so wait. If there was a photograph of an original book, would that also change?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah,
you might be
because-
holding on to some gold
if-
then.
So I think the slipping of the time stream is probably more realistic than sort of like a shadow government manipulation.
But if there's a photo of the original, would the photo also change?
But yes, you'd have to have physical copy of the book.
What if there's a
Because
photo
if
of the
you-
photo?
if
Because
you-
then
But if you found it on the internet, then I cannot say that it hasn't been altered by a graphic designer.
well, no, you can't trust
Right.
anything on the internet. I'm not debating that, but I want to go look now. Specifically, it's a Berenstein Christmas book that I have.
Ah.
I remember
Years
that
ago.
book.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I have a Berenstain book, and it's spelled that way.
Although I
I
checked-
read it not
I
that long
checked
ago to
all
my
of my
son, and
kids.
was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
it's-
checked all my kids, and all my kids it says Stain. But I'm telling you,
all
like,
Stain?
if you would have asked me to spell it before I had kids, I would have spelled it E-I-N, not A-I-N. And it's
But
just
Frankenstein is a prime example of what I'm going for. It's really not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. Yeah. But original German, it's a whole thing.
I'm not sure I believe anything anymore.
Well, and that's probably for the best. Question
Yes.
everything.
Question authority. Think for yourself.
I
And that's-
see what you did there.
See
I see what you did there. Very subtle. Not many people are going to get that one, but I got it.
Let's look for that pig juice.
So wait, if I question authority,
Suicide is cool.
It's like-
what?
The other one. Okay, so
Don't worry about it.
the other one. We're
It was a
referencing
very
some
inside
old
joke.
and very inside shit. I think maybe 5 people are going to get what Chris just said.
I
but
just
anyway,
missed it.
Yeah,
Five.
It's probably
Like,
too long to
two
get
of-
into
Two
it.
of them are right here.
Probably
yeah.
for the better.
yeah. Anyway, the other one is Greenland. Like Greenland doesn't exist.
Yeah, it
Is that
does.
one of
It's
the
right
other
there on the
ones?
freaking map.
I haven't
Isn't that
heard-
one of the other
I haven't heard that one.
conspiracies? You haven't?
I'm not familiar with
So
that
it
one.
exists, but it doesn't.
Did I just like turn you guys on to like a new one? Now I got to look it
Maybe
up.
so. Okay,
Damn
we
it.
got to hear the Greenland.
So Greenland.
conspiracy.
So what are they saying? It's on a map, but it's not actually there. So
I mean,
if,
I've heard of Greenland.
I'm gonna have to find it
damn
now.
it, now I need to go to Greenland.
I totally mentioned this off the top of my head without any
Greenland,
intention.
Iceland.
no, Iceland's real.
Yeah, I mean it's a big
Iceland's
old-
more green than Greenland.
It's
though.
Iceland Wall.
Just
Yeah.
ask
Yeah,
Bjork-
I mean that shit's like right there next to Canada. Like,
What?
I am clicking on shit that I am sure is going to land me on a government watch list somewhere.
Virus.
Oh, how about while he's looking that up, how about that leak? Oh, it wasn't a leak, it was a release by the CIA. That was all of they released a whole bunch of like literature that included a whole bunch of information on UFO reports that they got, and some was from like I think Jimmy Carter sent in
Really?
a letter.
Was
yeah.
there's a
Get
lot
the
that they
fuck outta
released, and a bunch of it was nuclear stuff, nuclear testing.
Oh, look
they
at
had
that. There
done.
is a Greenland theory.
But there were reports that
That's
they
like
had
a book,
released, and the documents weren't full, but there were
Right.
enough
Yeah,
to
that's
say
like
that
That
specific
was still
people
website.
redacted.
that were credible.
Yes.
That you go, holy crap, Carter said that,
Yeah.
or Carter said the blank 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 and blank blank is blank 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 aliens, and you're like,
I think.
spaceship,
And
or
the
like
right. The
Oh, somebody broke something.
And that was our show, folks. And
well, the conspiracy theorist in me, I started like, they've got a searchable.
I think they was that a shot fired that accidentally
Think
missed
so.
one of
I
us.
think so.
for,
They heard us.
They heard it.
They heard us.
for anybody
Shots
that
fired.
doesn't know, the CIA did release a huge amount of searchable documents. It is a searchable search engine that you could go to on the internet to look up a lot of the things that that supposedly were released,
I found it, by the
papers,
way.
and a lot of it has to do with UFOlogy.
Correct.
But the problem is it's a searchable engine by the CIA.
Correct.
So I started-
question everything.
I started typing in things like Monarch Project and things like that, and then I was like, "Holy shit, how stupid are you?" Because
you
you've
just,
got.
you just went in. You
I
fell
just
in.
went in. I'm
Yeah.
just on a watch list now, so I stopped. But anyway, but there is, for anybody that's brave and doesn't care, that you'll get on a watch list at this point, which I'm sure we're all on at this point.
Absolutely.
Um,
I watched porn the other day, and now they're like, this
Yeah,
guy-
but it was that really specific kind
I
of.
It's the
found,
lizard
I found
porn.
the I found the Greenland theory, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so the Greenland theory is
What's-
according to
I'm more interested in the Cabbage Patch Kids are actually mutants.
so the theory. Okay, so this is from
All right, hit us.
the OdysseyOnline.com. Apparently, the Roman Empire of Nicki Minaj and Monty Python fame didn't in fact collapse around 476 CE, but actually faked its own death so they could quietly take control of every country in the world under the guise of separate governments. Yay. Okay, there's a lot of extra commentary here. The title of the theory comes from the notion that Rome moved its capital from Babylon to the city of Thule, Greenland, so they could, in fact, remain hidden in the snowy wastes, unbeknownst to modern historians. Additionally, the theory states that the Romans spoke English, as evidenced in their writing system.
Yeah.
And so the Roman Empire
Sure.
is secretly controlling the world, hoping to do something. Yeah, basically, the Roman Empire still exists. Is
So
what
there's
the
your
Greenland-
shadow government right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, plain
It's saying that the Roman Empire still exists, even though they collapsed way back.
Yeah, but who's to say that parts of that government did not survive?
I'll say it. Why not?
Well, a lot of what their
Isn't-
laws were is things that are still in.
Isn't
service
that
today.
the same realm as Nazis on the dark side of the moon, though?
Hey, don't you dare talk about that. I saw that
mean,
movie with the
Me
zombies
too.
on the. Oh,
Right.
fantastic!
Right.
Phenomenal stuff.
Iron Sky, if anybody hasn't seen it.
Amazing.
It expounds on the fact that the Nazis were not exterminated, but they moved to the dark side
They
of the
moved to the
moon.
moon.
and they still only have technology
are-
that like eclipses like 1960.
And
right?
they are
Okay.
now led by Udo Kier,
Yes,
who is a
fantastic.
fantastic actor.
Wait, what?
Fantastic.
I've
You
never
need
heard
to
any
watch.
of this.
You need to
I
watch
believe
this.
every single
You never
word
heard
of
the movie
this.
Iron Sky?
No.
Dude, phenomenal.
It is built on an actual conspiracy theory, though, that
Yes.
that the Nazi regime was relocated to the dark side of the moon. We all know that they really did go to South America, but they were they're found out.
A lot of them are still there, if you believe
Yes.
Yeah,
most rumors.
the moon or South America.
No, like a lot of did relocate.
The
to
moon's
South
not
America.
there.
There is no moon.
We're not talking specifically
moon.
Hitler, but we're talking
I'm a no
a
mooner.
lot of the generals and stuff that,
Yes.
that seek asylum in South America.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
No, that's
That's
true.
proven,
That's
yes.
proven. Now Hitler, on the other hand, we don't know possibly.
Well, other scientists came over to us, and we utilized their
Oh yeah,
knowledge.
Warner von Braun. How
to-
else did we get to?
Exactly.
How else did we get to the moon?
Our
Warner-
technology was based off
We
of
stole
their
that
scientists.
We stole that
Hold on.
motherfucker.
Right.
And we're like, we're gonna pay you a ton of money.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking hey,
Y'all,
all right.
y'all just carry on. I'm writing down a new theory I have.
Okay.
A new theory?
Oppenheimer.
A new one.
Yeah. So, but
I'm
but
intrigued.
anyway, if anybody like wants to further research like a really interesting show, you guys should watch The Man in the High Castle.
That's a great show.
Yeah, it's actually
basically,
really
yeah,
good.
basically if the Nazis and Japanese had won World War II.
That's the theory.
Yep. But it
Or
does
that's the
it
premise
does
of the show, I should
incorporate a
say.
Yeah.
slipping of the time stream. So it's not straightforward. It's
Maybe.
like, it is a different time stream of what would have happened, but the time streams are slipping, which
Maybe,
is
or is it?
or is it? It's
Yeah.
really interesting.
I mean, there's
I
a
mean,
lot-
Whatever
I
you
give that
do,
show-
never-
give that show another try. I got through about 2 episodes. And I
It's
was
a
like,
little
eh.
slow, and
Just-
you got to
It's
push
slow.
through
It
it.
is deep, but if you make it through the first season, the last episode of the first season, that's where it really kicks into high gear.
Yeah, just don't cross streams.
Yeah,
No.
Cross
don't
streams.
cross
I learned that
streams.
from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
that's right.
Ray fucked that up.
Hmm
God
Yeah.
damn it, Ray.
I learned that from
But
urinating.
ultimately,
Ray
they,
is an asshole.
Yeah.
ultimately they needed to do it, so it had.
He crossed the
actually worked.
streams. He looked at the painting too long. He's
Mhm.
always fucking it up.
Yeah, crossing the streams.
You thought about the Marshmallow Man?
Yeah.
State Puff Marshmallow?
Then he became Vigo. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
so what's up with the Catfish
I
Kids
don't
are
know.
actually
Do we want to find out?
Yes,
Well,
I do.
I'm
yes.
really nervous about this. All right, let's see. Cabbage Patch Kids are actually
Like we could
mutants.
scroll down forever on this page.
Yeah.
This
I
is-
lost
this
my
is-
hold on. I lost my spot.
Oh, Nick.
I did. I can't read it from up there.
Damn it, Beavis.
It's way up there. You may remember these cherubic little guys from your childhood, and you may remember that although they looked a little silly, they weren't anything too crazy when it came to toys. However, what you may not have remembered is that they were actually modeled after naked, irradiated children.
What?
That's
irradiated.
You know the artist just recently died.
Oh, for the Cabbage Patch
yeah,
Kids?
like last week.
In the 80s and the 90s, the Reagan administration, fearful of an imminent nuclear war, started paying toy company Coleco to create a doll. Not just a normal cutesy doll. They wanted dolls to look as ugly as inbred
Chameleon.
alien with poor fashion sense. According to urban
Kinda, bruh.
legend,
Yes. It happened.
It did happen.
let's see, Reagan wanted to endear the American public to the look of a genetically mutated doll so that if a nuclear apocalypse ever happened, people would be completely tolerant of human features distorted by radiation.
I believe it.
I call bullshit on
No,
this
this
one.
is definitely real.
You call bullshit on this one, but not the reptilian one? What the
Oh, well,
fuck?
we need to go
Or
on.
the flat Earth one?
Well, and then the moon is actually a hologram. That
All right,
could
that's a
be
flat
Earth.
earthers. That's a
you know.
flat earthers right there.
I don't understand that one at all.
No, I believe.
Because
the-
hologram technology worked great 200 years ago
Correct.
when
Well,
people believed that they were looking at the
3,000
moon.
years ago.
Or 3,000
Oh.
years
Billion
ago.
years ago.
When people made the lunar calendar and all
the,
that.
the cavemen actually
Yeah.
have like, you know,
Right.
the moon is
So-
part of the
hologram technology was at its peak back then.
Well, it could have been by aliens.
True.
I mean,
It's true.
we don't know.
So
The Mayans
okay, so the
invented
lizard
it.
people, they're talking about David Icke, who coined that term. And
Yes.
if you don't know that, like, David Icke right now is still is still investigating the death of, think of a guy in where did that guy die? It's like Venice or something.
Earth.
That's like called his mom, and he was like another conspiracy theorist.
I
Anyway,
don't know. I just want to know why he's named after a fish disease.
Oh, gross.
he is the one that, I mean, maybe it's all related because he's like coined the lizard people thing.
Maybe so.
Possibly.
People have ick.
Whenever
You
we
got
go-
the ick.
Whenever we go down these conspiracy rabbit holes, I never know how to transition out. By the way,
You can't. There is no transitioning out.
You're in a hole at this
well,
point.
let's
well,
take a-
speaking of conspiracy theories, there should be a segment into the IGL.
there should be. Why don't we take a quick break? Because I got to.
I think people need to urinate.
I need to pee. So
me being
let's
one
go
of
ahead,
them.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a
And
quick
that
break.
is not a conspiracy. That is truth.
Let's take a
Is it
break.
really,
We'll come
though?
back. We'll talk about IGL.
I think we should all say one truth before we end this.
I
Want
am
a
a
truth?
I am a no urethra.
You know urethra? What does
No
that mean?
urethra.
What does that
Wow,
mean?
You have no.
I don't
urethra?
believe in urination or urethras.
You will about 2 beers from now.
we can turn you into one of those.
We're manipulating you with our evil hops.
Son of a bitch.
Let's see.
I would like to think that I do suffer from slight bouts of never nude.
Mm-hmm.
never nude.
Never nude.
He did. He's not smart. He never knew nothing.
Never nude nothing. You'd have to watch Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Fin-
not watch
I
that
need to
show.
get back into that. I started
Phenomenal show.
it, but I need to get back into
I've watched it twice, the whole thing.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Chris
think
never
so.
knew nothing.
And my truth is, I woke up this morning. Yes, I'm pretty sure I did.
I kind of.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I think I did.
You're
No,
still
I'm
dreaming.
sleeping.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
You
might
wish
be-
you wish your life was this
This
good.
might be a lucid
Hey.
dream.
It's
Mhm.
mean spirited, sir.
How, but you're dreaming.
You ever had a You ever had a loose dream?
A loose dream?
Yeah.
You ever have a lucid dream where you
I had a
piss your
couple of
pants?
those.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I don't know
once
if I ever
back
did,
in
did
college.
that. I don't know if I ever did
You're
that.
about to.
Yeah. You're about to.
You're gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, I thought I was on a podcast. I
That's
just pissed myself."
That's called a loosey juicy.
Jesus.
My truth is that I don't like Rush, Led Zeppelin, or the Beatles.
Ooh.
You know what? I'm kind of with you on that. A little bit.
Don't
a little
like
bit.
the Beatles.
Oh,
I like Rush.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I don't
Nobody
mi-
really
Rush.
does.
I don't
I like
mind
Rush.
the Beatles. I'm not huge into Rush.
I think I
Led
prefer,
Zeppelin.
I
Zeppelin.
prefer
Okay,
I
all
prefer
right.
the Monkees to the Beatles.
Can we talk about that drum solo in friggin' rock and roll for a second? Can we talk about that? That's not a good drum solo.
No,
It's not.
no,
It's just not.
no. Also, I'm not a fan of AC/DC.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, you
Oh,
kind of
man.
lost me there. You kind of lost me
I don't like
there.
riff
I
rock
love
at all.
AC/DC. You gotta love AC/DC.
I'll drop another truth.
AC/DC wrote one song and then rinse and repeat.
Yeah, and how awesome is that?
They made a living.
Wait, you
What-
say
the problem
you
with that
say
is
that you say that, but truth be known, the band who reversed their songs and made new songs out of, like, literally reversed it, like it's the same chord progression but backwards, was One Arm Guy.
Def
Was-
Leppard.
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard.
Proven. Like they're in the interviews like,
I believe it.
well, you know what? And then I took the song and I played it backwards, and then now it's this song, and it's like,
Da!
no,
See, how can you not listen to that song and want to punch somebody in the face?
That's true.
because it's so bad.
Right, exactly.
Another truth.
Ah.
Final Countdown sucks.
Oh,
No.
that's fighting
Bullshit.
words.
We're gonna
Bullshit.
One of the
We
best
are gonna
rock
fight.
songs ever written.
Have you heard the Leibach version?
Ooh, Leibach.
Leibach.
I used to listen to them way long time ago.
Yeah.
I may have had one of their T-shirts.
They do a great version of Final Countdown. It's a final
As long as it sounds nothing like Final Countdown, I'll be okay.
countdown. No, it
What
doesn't.
is wrong with Final Countdown?
It's one of the best songs
I just
ever
think
written.
It fucking sucks.
What is wrong with
It
We're
sucks. It just
heading
sucks.
to Venus,
Nos.
but still we stand tall. And maybe they've seen
I suspect
us.
Chris may be communist.
True.
I suspect it may be a problem.
My own
This song
type
is so
of
great. The
communism.
synths are so great.
Yeah.
Like totally establishes a mood.
I remember playing this in high school band, by the way. This was one of
God,
the
I was
songs
just
I
like,
played.
why?
Dude, tell me you don't want to like stand up tall and fight for the human
here's-
race against the alien overlords.
Here's what I want to know. So, there I am on the parade route, Mardi Gras, that whole thing.
Right?
And you have all kinds of like random, like the lower schools that you don't really hear about playing really awesome songs.
Yep.
And then anybody who's got any like clout plays the same shit from 30 years ago. What is up with that? Like, I was hearing some like, like some T-Pain. I was hearing some, just like newer songs where I was just like, that's cool. And then you have like St. Aug who's playing like
Half the people listening to Chris
Beethoven's like
Hedges
12.
listening to Europe.
You know what I mean? Why does St. Aug not play anything awesome, but they play all this old shit that new songs have been created recently? I don't think you know.
You were going so
Nice that
local.
nice that
Wait.
you're playing the live version.
You like that?
Doesn't matter. It's
That's the
rules.
official video, by the way.
Oh, is it?
That was the official video.
With
Yeah.
the crowd noise and all that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got all that piped in.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to regroup, and we'll come back and we'll talk about something not conspiracy theory. Sound good?
Bullshit.
Sound
Bullshit. That is also a lie.
Bullshit.